not going to be going Granger.
Eerie.
They can, we did mention the Bruno yesterday. That's a good combo with the Ling. And if they're going to go Angela, you get Angela Ling, Angela Bruno. Great spread of combo all throughout.
Moscow's open.
Oh, yeah.
But the Moskov is open, and he's the usual guy that you want to go for. However, with the Ling already there, they might be okay macro-wise, unless they want to overload on that idea.
Yeah, or they can also just Granger again.
Yeah, good ban. So we mentioned pretty much all the possibilities for the gold laners. I think if they're going to go Angela, something unique, they go for that last pick. They pick up their gold laner now. Don't show the flex yet, hopefully.
Moscow.
Yeah, Moscow over Granger. Or Bruno.
Yeah.
I wouldn't Irithel. Would I?
I'm honestly feeling like Eerie though.
Oh yeah, no, because yeah, they literally Irithel into the Harith game 1.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be an Eerie again.
Okay. Look at the matchup. Okay, they just go Granger, and then see, well, if it's gonna be, what's it gonna be? Is it an XP Kalea? Are they saving it for an Angela flex that Ingan brought up here? Gonna have to wait for that.
I wouldn't mind. I think because the Granger's a solid Angela target too.
Yeah.
Him and the Irithel.
No AP BREN, if you have it in you, please pick a Cairo. Oh wait, no, it does struggle against a Juicin. You don't have to worry about the Kalea. They force out the heavy spin quite fast. That's just my wishful thinking. Because you're up against a Ling. It's one of the best things you can go for. So what? You're just going to go Cho right now?
Yeah, that's the safer pick.
Yeah.
Cho, Jawhead. I kind of want to see Jawhead today.
Oh, there. You get your
There,
wish.
finally.
Yeah, they get the Aurora.
Okay.
There.
I don't know about the Aurora. She has had abysmal past few months.
Yeah. Although they do take the condition where they already have a lot of magic damage, so they go for more crowd control instead.
But that's all magic damage.
Yeah. Mainly the Jawhead and the CC is going to be your source of physical. What's it gonna be, Twisted Minds? I think this is a Kalea roam already. Oh, he's hovering a Harlot.
Okay, you could Arlot or Hilda.
Okay.
One or the other. Coach!
Oh, he locked it.
Again.
Okay. This is, just last night we saw Lord JM of TNC almost pop off.
Was it in game 3?
It was.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
a game
game
3.
three, yeah.
He was on fire.
Yeah, paired up with a Fredrin and a Matilda. The early game was very good for it. And that's the similar threat that Twisted Minds is bringing into this game number 3. Very good potential to snowball out of control early on. Winning the first 2 turtles plus getting kills alongside that means that they're taking their conditions already. Easier to pull off. Twisted Minds, they're looking like they have it in the bag. But again, they're up against a Jawhead. Sadly enough, it's not a Jawhead plus a Burst Mage, it's Jawhead with control. So they have to wait for their Turtle 2, Turtle 3 power spike. Twisted, initiate, dominate, take that key to victory right away.
And it's that Aurora, really, that is the linchpin of our opinion that could change the dynamics of this game. If Kekedot and Chovskirt all of a sudden activate their drift compatibility, get into this game and just
Welcome
outplay
to Mobile
the mid-duo of
Legends.
Twisted Minds and Hajizi and Escalera, then we'll go to game 3. But for now, it's match point for Twisted Minds as they struggle to get one more point and give Hajizi that birthday gift of a step closer to getting to the playoffs.
I kind of feel like James Max will be replicating what Twisted Minds did earlier in game number 1, which is to go for the late entries instead of trying to lock in the objectives like Turtles and the Lords. They're just trying to go. For more kills and eventually render all the neutral objectives secured by Twisted Minds useless.
Okay, so it's a Thrill and Wilderness Blessing for this Jawhead, as expected. James going for the very tanky route with the tenacity and firmness on the Arlot. So he's going to be banking on his sustainability and the regen that he gets through Vengeance, the second skill.
Oh, wow. The Minds in the MPL arena are going wild. I think they smell victory just a few inches away. Kekedot crossing the threshold here.
Oh, early flicker there for Kekedot. But still, James Max was able to get that jungle creep, and now Looking at the matchup between the roamers, Kalea and Johed, we're gonna, if AP BREN continues to at least gain lead and control over the early game, but wait a minute, Escalera sets their eyes on there, but they were still able to escape.
Ooh, something we didn't note, Kekedot actually spent his flicker to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, initiation for the next big major sequence. Not going to be good for AP BREN. Going to be tougher right now for Kekedot. Both the XP laners are going to get level 4s through the center of the map after getting fast clear helps in the EXP side. In terms of the gold lane, quite even in the matchup. No clear victor there.
Yeah, that's been the gold lane matchup we've been seeing for what? All of Q1 2024-5.
No. For ages now, it feels like. So... up in the air, who gets this turtle? No one wants to get the turtle yet. They want to get their buffs first. Purple, orange, purple alternate for both. So they're both going to come out the same side. They're going to hold and Twisted and AP BREN. They're going to be banking on a big 4v4 team fight for the first turtle of the game.
Escalera already got his level 4, so Tsunami Slam online alongside a flicker, which Kekedot does not have for about a minute and under a minute. So this is so much better for Twisted right now.
And not to mention the final slash and flicker is available for James, but Kekedot starts things off trying to zone out a Twisted Mind. Here comes the final slash, plus the pickup of MP the King onto the turtle, but they're gonna get the kill onto Escalera as they trade him for Kekedot. They want to go for Chomp Skirt. There's the passive, but MP the King will deliver 2 more kills, and James answers back with one of his own to bring down 3 of AP BREN.
That's what we talked about earlier. This is the threat of the lineup of Twisted Minds with the early game dominate from here. They can go for another aggressive play after James, MVP of that scenario. The flicker final slash to start things off and making the most out of the vengeance and even helping secure the final kill there onto Dare at the end of the long sequence.
The MDL and MPL ID champion showing us exactly what he's learned throughout his career in pro play. Man, these Arlots, that's what, 2 MPL ID alumni now, showing us that there's something in this hero. It's no longer just the CC Phoveus Hilda matchup in the EXP.
Yeah, this time their role as a secondary roamer is not necessarily to front, but to catch your opponents off guard and go for those amazing setups. Because even Escalera didn't even have to use his flicker.
Escalera died, actually.
Yeah, Escalera died, and it's okay for James. He said, I got this.
Great play by Twisted Minds. Again, we talked about as long as they're aggressive and they step on the gas at the right time is going to be good for them. More calculated things like that. I think AP BREN also just need to respect the fact that they're up against an Arlot. Their team fighting positioning, they did not watch it. Escalera!
There's a Tsunami Slam again, but they tried to counter out with a Kekedot ultimate, plus he was able to throw out Chomp Skirt, so no initiations there for Twisted Minds.
All right, I think Twisted Minds were a little out of their breath there. An early disengage from Escalera, outplayed though, forcing out that Zaman Force from Shizo up top. Gold lane is an island, like neither of these fellas have actually left.
Yeah, the 2 best gold laners recently nerfed. You can feel it, especially with that. I feel like if this was, oh wait.
There's a throw on to James. James might actually be able to out-sustain this, but there comes the electrifying beats coming in from James Pax. He has to walk away now. Unstoppable force coming in from Kekedot to bring down MP the King, but MP the King manages to get a kill onto Chomp Skirt, and now Kekedot in trouble, has to flicker out. Twisted Minds, another kill for their team.
And James walks away!
Just when we thought he would get taken out, I thought he would be the first blood. Nope. He survived that Escalade. Another catch!
Another Tsunami Slam onto James Pax. But there's a clap back coming in from Shizu. They're going to bring down Escalera. Now have full control over the turtle. But Twisted Mind slowly crawling back after MP the King gets his cripple buff.
Yeah, I think AP BREN will get this though without a problem unless MP somehow.
James, another final slash, but James Pax still gets the turtle. Here comes Kekedot, was able to throw out outplay, but James Pax picks up a kill onto Achizi. James is the next target. Up against 4. He's going to fall down.
MP the King couldn't find an angle. And now AP BREN threatening the purple. You shouldn't do this to a Lingon. Oh no! Suddenly AP BREN in a position of power. The tides have shifted.
Yeah, great turnaround there. The last team fight before the turtle take proper by AP BREN went on a little bit too long, even though it looked good for Twisted Minds with them being able to take down Chomp Skirt. Escalera's decision to try and get that pick, although right, was punished well by AP BREN, which led to Twisted Minds not only losing the turtle, but losing a purple buff for their lane. So AP BREN are still making right decisions right now. to try and crawl back and make sure that Twisted Minds doesn't walk away or run away with a big snowball early. It looks like AP BREN is actually the one that's going to hit their power spike sooner.
All right, if there's anything we know about Twisted Minds is they have an MO. When they lose a fight like that and slowly but surely lose increments of the map, they have a plan B. They have protocols. And it looks like they've done that by clearing bottom lane, pushing that tier 1, and then we look for the next move. MP the King, he hasn't died just yet, but that's gotta be a stab at the heart of the Ling that you lose your purple like this.
Yeah, especially if AP BREN continues to do that. But we might see a 1v1 action between the two junglers, and MP the King cannot handle damage coming in from that Joy.
He got bullied out of that lane. You saw that about 2 seconds underneath James Panks, and he had to control the amount of energy he was because he has to Finch Poise away.
Yeah, 100 to 50. So right now, Twisted Minds are hell-bent on protecting this next purple buff coming up, so MP the King gets it. Right move by Twisted. While AP BREN right now, they are not being overly defensive with their positioning right now. Still placing themselves in right areas of the map for aggressive options. A break potentially in the bot tower, a skirmish around the river, away from the turtle. So I like the mindset right now where AP BREN is at this point in the game.
Uh-oh, they spot outplayed the conceal from Kegadot. So far, so good. Twisted Minds for the recovery. Escalera spots them as they enter this East River brush.
There goes the potential trade AP BREN was going for onto the bottom lane. Outplayed, sneakily enough was able to walk away as they're holding onto this turtle. MP the King also pushing up the top turret. Here comes Kekedon with the flicker and the throw. Paired up with the ultimate coming in from Chomskirt. But here comes James Panks with the electrifying beat. Going to bring down James and Hajizi. Shizu, on the other hand, will also be able to bring down one. That's a 2-kill swing for AP BREN.
It's too much of a collapse AP BREN's presenting.
Initiate, dominate, and that's what AP BREN did first. The moment Kekedon found an angle, he didn't hesitate to go towards James, and that's just them taking the keys to victory that we mentioned earlier today. With James down, who unfortunately missed his final slash, his desperate attempt at trying to get someone before he fell down, he got no one. AP BREN took out the R-Lot, and the other members of Twisted Minds fell apart. So as long as AP BREN are initiating first, looks like things go well, very, very well for them.
Okay, so Twisted Minds goes for plan B. Let's try to avoid all those initiations, especially if Chomskirt has his ultimate ready. Kekedon with the conceal. Here comes the Tsunami Slam, but was able to walk away. James with a beautiful catch. Final slash, but still, they were able to dish out damage onto Escalera. Hajizi picks up there for the trade. 2 members will fall down from AP BREN.
2 for 1. Twisted Minds finding scraps from these engagements in which AP BREN are still initiating and dominating. I could feel Twisted Minds straining to even get a winning trade.
Yeah, the ultimate battle there was actually the battle for the purple buff, and AP BREN, despite losing 2 members, won that as it was stolen away again from MP the King's hands. So Twisted will still have to play a little bit more defensive-minded. They tried to initiate there. That was a good call. But Chomskirt, the Aurora, that was a major point of our discussion at the end of the draft, brought down a perfect friggin' Glacier. The right spot, the perfect position to be brought down, so that Twisted Minds team fight there wasn't easy for them, which is why AP BREN won in the long run.
Yeah, they have a perfect mix of being initiators and at the same time being reactive to the setups that can come from James or Escalera with the Frigid Glacier. So AP BREN, as long as they continue to hold on to the lead and deprive MP the King of the purple buff, even if Outplayed manages to scale up, AP BREN can bring us to Game 3.
Gentlemen, it's not just the purple buff. Slowly but surely, AP BREN are choking MP the King out of all of his resources. Currently, he's down about 300, 400 gold from James Panks, and that adds up. It's a game of inches. It's not just the purple you're taking away, it's his farm all in all. So MP the King sure has like 2, maybe 3 core items now, but there's nothing he does, especially when the Tempest of Blades is off angle. Lord now, at about 1/4 of its health, AP BREN started the dance.
Okay, here comes the throw and flicker. Paired up with the Frigid Glacier. James is fall down, but MP the King secures the Lord. A clapback coming in from Outplayed as Kekedon will fall down, but James Panks answers back with a killing spree. Gonna bring down MP, and AP BREN wants to go for more there with the Yo-Yo Blitz, forcing out Escalera to back off Shizu. Escalera was able to dodge out, but Shizu still going for it. And Outplayed outplays Shizu.
A Pyrrhic victory victory for Twisted Minds. It took a little more elbow grease and a little too much gusto from Shizo, but Twisted Minds end up with the Lord in a punish.
The Silent Kid made noise at the worst possible time. Although Twisted Minds will not be able to make the most out of their Lord, they're gonna try to look for something. Escalera dives in!
And now they find James Pax, but it's now slap paired up with a final slash. Now they targeting there. Here comes the Lantern Flare. Might be able to bring him down, but Chovskirt was also there. Escalera trying to size up Kekedon. And honestly, what Hajizi and Outplay did was showing their veterancy onto the rookie Shizu.
They used Escalera as bait. Oh!
Chovskirt flickers in and tries to go for the stun. Shizu being able to dance with his Zaman Force, but 3 will fall down in AP BREN. There manages to pick up James, but Hajizi goes in as well as MP the King manages to pick up Shizu. There's the only one left. Outplayed. One more Datsunada can deliver the final blow, but there will be able to back off.
Like a comet from Orion's belt, MP the King dashed through 2 turrets to get behind enemy lines. The conceal from Escalera, they're not done!
They want to go for the edible angle.
Tsunami
James
Slam!
Pax again! Gets is the recipient of the Tsunami Slam, but was able to back off. But their turret, the turret up top will fall down. Twisted Minds. Momentum is on their side.
Gable, Benoit, and Escalera, the greatest German suplexes I've seen. Did you see that? He went into the base to force James Pax to back off.
Angle-esque, what he throwed up there. Twisted Minds, again, we talked about Kalea in the hands of Escalera. How when he's in the zone, he's feeling the vibes of it all. He can sense, like it's the right time to make an initiation. He will go ahead and make it, and he will tidal strike all over the map and get everywhere quickly. And throughout all of those aggressive maneuvers, he did not use his flicker once. So he still has that in the bag for him if he wants to go for his ultimate combo of tidal strike flicker, the very far reach tidal strike to get another big Tsunami Slam.
Brusco made a name for himself as the Kalea of Snapdragon Pro Series Mobile Masters in Indonesia. Here in MPL Philippines, welcome home. It's Escalera.
Apart from Escalera, I also have to commend James, because James can kind of sort of be like the Aurora of Twisted Minds, where if AP BREN has a good setup, that final slash literally stops the momentum of AP BREN.
Yeah, given it's just about a half a second of displacement, that's enough given the damage profile Twisted Minds is playing with.
The good old backhand smack from James Fovis Gloria.
Backhand, front hand.
The backhand and the front hand too. Imagine if you can do that with a backhand and a front hand by Arla. That'll be too OP. But right now, AP BREN, they are rushing this. This is not the right time for them to do this right now, honestly.
But Kekedon has a good angle here. Can't go with the flicker once again. James with a catch. Final slash. The Silent Kid silence once again. Escalera will fall down, but James Gonks was able to get the Lord. Here comes the clapback coming in from Twisted Minds. They want to go for it there, and they're going to be able to bring him down. That's 2 members down, but AP BREN steals away the Lord.
Lord marching through mid. The bottom lane situation is still pretty dire. I can smell a negative advantage coming from AP BREN's Lord here.
Not the right position. We were saying it. We were calling it out. That's what I said.
Don't do it.
And James, he smelled blood. He was like, all right, flicker final slash time. And now Twisted Minds on the brink of sweeping AP BREN. Minions are going to be coming in, but Twisted Minds are going to be playing it slow. They don't want to force it yet. They want to wait for one last major objective, or maybe one last major team fight win.
Gentlemen, allow me to point out the elephant in the room. Besides the fact that, yes, maybe AP BREN forced this, and they saw the opportunity, they did not throw away their shot. How, despite being a part of all of these fights, how, being in front of an opponent that close is outplayed, currently untouched. Unmolested, this Granger is. Not a single death.
And you can't say the same for Shizu, because James and Escalera literally has their eyes set on the Harith, was even able to cast the Zaman Force but not able to use it because of the instantaneous burst Twisted Minds delivered onto the Silent Kid. And now they have a 1.8k gold lead. Huge map advantage. No inhibitor turrets remaining for AP BREN.
Yep, the dynamics of power have changed, have shifted. No longer can AP BREN initiate and dominate. They can barely initiate.
It's a good slow push right now the Twisted Minds are doing with the minion waves. They're all not leaving a lot for AP BREN to be forced to clear up.
Oh!
This might be a good catch here because they were able to force out the Tempest of Blades from MP the King, but was able to use the 4 blades and walk away.
Shades of Sutujin, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But he did walk away, did not force the issue. Safe for now. MP the King knows that the Lord in a minute is the key here, given it's not an evolved Lord just yet. So Twisted Minds are going to continue to freeze.
Okay. So we're going to start to see minion wave clears by Twisted Minds. Closer to when the Lord is pushing up. When they're going to clear a minion wave, that's because they want to get a better position somewhere in the map. Get info also where the other members of AP BREN are. So right now they see, okay, 3 over there. They can go ahead and clear minion waves up top. Get for Jockey for better position for the Lord. So James holding that similar shrub that he was holding in the last big team fight. Probably going to be sticking there. Then they move forward. Okay, I love what Twisted Minds is doing right now with the map, how they're playing the macro of it all.
Oh, MP the King going to get his num-nums, finally securing purple buffs with much less of a struggle.
Yeah.
Lord coming up about 5 seconds from now, upper quarter.
Yeah, now look, all the minion waves are collapsing. AP BREN are going to be forced to clear. They cannot contest the next Lord. Great macro by Twisted Minds.
AP BREN fortunately wasn't able to look for a trade for Twisted Minds, but there provides enough vision to see what is going on. Will they go for the kills? Kekedo trying to charge up the unstoppable force, catches James, but James was able to flicker out. MP the King sizing them out. Escalera goes in with the Tsunami Slam. Gonna get Kekedot, but Kekedot still has his immortality. Getting surrounded by 3 members.
Oh.
But able to flicker out, stays alive, and Shizu goes for the counter attack.
Whoa.
They were able to bring down Dare though, but still Escalera stays alive.
Whoa.
James back. Oh, James with a beautiful final
The
base!
base!
The base! Do not forget about the base, because Twisted Minds, do they have enough time? They're able to clear it out, but James Pax is in the picture now, a couple of hits away. MP the King decides to walk away.
Oh, they're not letting him go home. Chove Skirt here gets held hostage by Outplayed.
And MP the King twist their fate to stay alive for the playoffs race.
That's a sweep by Twisted Minds. Taking the series 2-0.